Part 2. It's December the 12th, 2019. I had my doubts about the new Bedrock version of Minecraft being put onto the PlayStation 4, but I've fallen in love with it. Absolutely brilliant. While there are some negative things, like the draw distance problem there with the beacon sign disappearing, there are ways around that. I just simply put some white brick behind the lights, so that when the lights disappear, you can sort of make out what it is. Not perfect, but better than nothing. The church, well, I haven't built any more on that yet. That can wait. At the moment I'm squaring everything up. I've been using the new tools that I have to my advantage. Cleared up all this area. A few screw ups here and around here, but that's okay, I can fix that. Bit of glitching there. So I wasn't very happy with the location of City Hall. It's a bit out of place in a residential area. Plus it just doesn't have that proper location. You know, City Halls are sort of in the centre of town, and they've got a large area in front of them, so I've moved it over there. Is that my little fox? How did he get outside? Do I have a lead here somewhere? There we are. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, pretend you're asleep. Come on. Come on. How do I let go? Oh dear. There we go. You stay there, Mr. Fox. I don't even know how he got out. Anyway, with these new tools of cloning, if you will, I've thought, why don't I remove some of these buildings around and even make copies of them. So the redstone fuel station is actually going to be a common site around Hillside. I've experimented different locations. Sometimes I just can't get the placement right, so I've had to demolish that, but about here it's perfect. Obviously I've got to put some ground underneath all this. Around here I've got to do it just right so I don't interfere with this nice prison that my brother has built with all the tunnels underneath. Lumberjacks is going to stay where it is. I'm thinking of maybe centering it in this lot. We'll see what happens. All this is going to be all flattened out. Like I said, the City Hall is in a much better position here. Just think that I could put some footpaths around here, maybe a little gazebo in the middle, kind of like the Back to the Future town hall. This is a sort of based off California anyway. Now as for the cloning being used here, the roads are a bit of a problem. They take me a long time, so what I've done is I've resorted to a cloning method on the bridge here, where I've copied this one part, but I made sure that I didn't cross over onto this beam, so it makes it twice as thick. Get some nice thick legs on those bridges. It also allows me to see exactly how many blocks there are. So there's 29 blocks from one concrete step there all the way to the last black bit. Went all the way up here, had 7, and then I multiplied that 7 again to get 14, and it got me as far as here, right to this nice little town. Now due to the new size of the maps, I don't know how far I can go, whether it's worth going all the way out there. The story's really only about Hillside, so we'll see how that goes. Of course I'll have to patch up all these bits, put some legs under all of these parts here, get rid of some trees. Not only did I clone the bridge itself, but I also cloned the empty space above it, so it was able to cut nicely through this mountain here. Very little impact on the forest. Got little beehives now. Seem to be full. Anyway, that's part 2 of making a hillside. Now that I've got new tools, I can really get into this again. The main things that were slowing me down was regret, really, putting buildings in certain places, contemplating whether to knock them down and rebuild them. Like for example this building here, it's just a little too close to the footpath to put any trees next to it. I would have loved to have put some trees there, so maybe I'll move the building further in, get some nice green space between the footpath and the building. Next project will be the radio station as well. I'll fill that up with a little record storage and a couple of sound rooms and radio rooms, whatever, studios. I'm not sure what to do with this other one. Maybe demolish part of it, redress it as a school, or I don't know. Unfortunately, when you do clone some items, you can't rotate them, so you can only place them into the positions that they were built. So I would like to rotate a lot of these buildings around, especially the radio station. I would have loved if it was able to face towards me here. Maybe even that lumberjacks over there could have gone a long ways to the back wall up there. But we'll find a way around it. We'll make it work. Alright. Off I go.